everyone. I am so excited to be with you today, and I'm going to be doing a little review of Salina Yoon, two of her fabulous books, Stormy Night and Found. And Salina, I'm having a total I love Salina Yoon day, and when you read and see her books, and if you are fortunate enough to meet her in person, you'll understand why. She's really quite exquisite, and one of the things that's really great about her and her work is her ability to convey complexity in simplicity. I'm going to mostly be focusing on the art because we have our upcoming Craft and Business of Illustrating Children's Books course, and Salina was generous enough to contribute to that course and shared all sorts of really helpful and fascinating information. So you can see she's got these really cool end sheets. This book is called Found, and what I love about it, it's obviously if you have a title like Found, you've also got to address the issue of loss, so you've got opposite words happening here. And it also deals with ethics, which is really fascinating in a book for very young children. One of the things that's fascinating about Salina, when you look at her work, pay attention to how she deals with white. She really uses white as an element. And when we look at this, we see that it's really very saturated color, it's flat color. If you can see it, there's a little bit of texture in Bear and the same kind of texture in the bunny. What really draws our attention is the white in the bunny, and the white points us to the young bear all the time. So let's have a look at this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Very simple shapes. Very simple shapes, flat color, minimal texture. There's texture in the tree, there's some texture in the shadow, a little texture on the bunny, there's some pattern on the bunny, just a smidge, and then some texture here. She's using a very thick black line. There's an issue called figure ground in any kind of art or illustration. And so what's the figure, what's the object or person or thing, and what's the ground, what's the background, and how do you differentiate between those two things? And there's two ways you can go. You can either outline, as Salina has done here, or you can use a technique that Caravaggio invented way back in the Renaissance called chiaroscuro, and that's where you have light against dark or dark against light. And that tends to happen much more with tonal work than with flat art like this. Very fun. Here she's framing it. So this is a double spread, and here we have facing pages. And so to differentiate, she's created a white border around here, and then there's the white at the bunny. And see, it's pointing right at the bear, pointing right at the bear. So, and then we've got some white right here. So we see Mama Bear, and that really keeps our focus right on this triangle here. Because that's the other thing you need to do as an illustrator. There are so many things you need to do, and most of them are really fun. But you want to guide the viewer's eye. So what's really important in your art? Got a nice diagonal here. Here we've got this great curving shape, and it leads us right into our main characters. Salina is what you would call a character-driven writer and illustrator. So her characters are very, very important, and they really show her humanity. So once again, look at the very strategic use of white to guide us, and it's all getting us to turn the page. So very cool. I'm not going to go through the whole book because I want to show you the other one as well, but here it's two facing pages with the white borders. There's sort of so many ways you can go about illustrating a book, and as I said, these are very, very simple illustrations, but they're so charming and so wonderful and so heartfelt and delightful. And you do not need to draw like Michelangelo anymore. You don't need to have the level of skill that you used to have. You just have to have a lot of heart and charm and learn some fun techniques for keeping characters consistent. So very cool. And then we have, oh, and this was all done digitally. So, oh, and then the last thing I want to point out here, the relational aspect here. And then she's got some spot illustrations over here. And see how they're all facing this way, guiding us to turn the page for another delightful illustration. And here's another one in the Bear series. And Salina tends to work in series. There's also, the Penguin series right here. Okay, look at how she deals with white. And she uses white as her friend. Really delightful, delightful stuff. And here, the only white thing here is our little baby penguin. And so let me just give you a quick peek at Stormy Night. So Stormy Night, really nice end sheets. They totally tell us, they set the scene. It's a dark and stormy night. Very family oriented. They're reading a book called A Perfect Day. See, Salina has lots of funny little elements that she includes here. Okay, so here we go. The white use again. Then the white here guiding our eye. And she's using the same techniques, very simple shapes, and a chalky outline. Chalky's the wrong word for it. Crayon-like outline. So see how it's really thick and it's got a lot of character to it. And even though it was drawn in a computer, it really looks like it was hand-drawn. And I think that's really important in illustration. In most cases, of course, there's always exceptions. But to show the human hand, to show the warmth of a human being doing this. So, and this one's a really cool book. It's about, it's about dealing with fear, and it's also about caring. So, she deals with some really great, meaty themes that are important to children. So I hope you'll buy these books and help support Salina. She's just a wonderful, wonderful person. And I hope these little video reviews have been helpful for you. Okay, bye for now.